हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम बैक। स्वागत है आप सभी का। सो जस्ट नाउ द पोस्ट दैट हैज बीन शेयर्ड बाय मिस्टर सी एन बी आई थिंक। सो उसको देखने वाले हैं तो डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ फाइनेंशियल सर्विसेज। सो इनकंसिस्टेंट इन द प्रोसीजर्स ऑफ स्टेट रन बैंक्स। सो उसके रिगार्डिंग एक प्रॉपर फॉर्मेट है फ्रॉम यूर सेल्फ टू डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ फाइनेंशियल सर्विसेज। सो उसमें बड़ा क्लियर कट थिंग्स में एक लेटर लिखा गया है दैट आई एम अ पेंशनर of bank with employee number this retired on this. My pension remained at the level it was sanctioned without being revised in spite of the fact that regulation 35(1) of pension regulations of the bank sanctioned by the government lays down that basic pension and additional pension wherever applicable shall be updated as per the formula in appendix 1. So the non-revision of pension by the banks is also in open challenge to the law laid down by the Honorable Supreme Court on 1st July 2025 in state of Rajasthan and others versus Mahindranath Sharma, where it was laid down that pension shall must not be less than 50% of the running pay band corresponding to the pre-revised scales of the pay. So section 10(7) of the Banking Companies Acquisition and Transfer of Undertaking Act 1970 empowers banks to declare a dividend and to retain surplus profits as accumulated reserves in their books only after making due provisions for superannuation funds. But banks have been declaring dividends ranging from 10 to 270% and going on adding to reserves during the past several years in apparent breadth of the said section of the Act. The section 10(7) of the Act is getting trampled upon when pension is not revised by the banks. So in the 12th BPS, so an ex gratia was agreed upon and paid to the pensioners. The amount cannot be paid to the debit of pension fund and is payable out of the revenue account of the banks, as the ex gratia is part of base revision packages. So some banks have paid it to the revenue account and the others out of the pension fund. So the payment of ex gratia out of pension fund is a conversion of pension fund which has the sole purpose of paying pension or family pension to employees or his family in accordance with the pension regulations. So banks are paying pension out of pension fund to their whole term directors where directors are not employed in terms of the regulation. So the code of conduct for director of bank envisages adherence to the highest standard and ethical conduct, accurate, timely, and meaningful disclosures in the periodical reports to the government and regulatory agencies, and also compliances with the applicable law, rules, and regulations. So the non-revision of pension in open defines of pension regulation approved by the legislature and without cognizance of the law laid down by the Honorable Supreme Court, and payment of ex gratia out of pension fund to the pensioners, payment of pension to whole time directors out of pension fund held in trust by the banks exclusively for payment of pension or family pension to the employees constitutes a clear breach of code of conduct set for the directors and top management of the bank. So the directors of the banks appointed representing the government also apparently breach their code of conduct. तो ये पूरा लेटर का फॉर्मेट है, काफ़ी फ्रूटफुली रिटन डाउन है फ्रेंड्स।